So I was enjoying my blueberry Moscato a lot, and then my lip decided it was going to get caught in this break in the glass. Unfortunately, I didn't notice it till now, but it's because I was drinking from the opposite side. But there's even a break there as well. Oh, that was a big bite. You know what? Wait. Are we about to start off with like an actual banger of a dish? What is up, everybody? It's Josh, and welcome to a brand new journey, and welcome to another video. Today we are here at Busch Gardens, Tampa, to check out Food and Wine 2025. I am super excited. Now, Food and Wine has not been my favorite festival in the past. However, Mardi Gras wasn't a huge disappointment. It did disappoint me a little bit, but there were some good things that I did enjoy. Also, the Christmas Town food last year was not too bad, but this is all about Food and Wine. I remember I was talking about how bland things were. I was talking about how they should have been prepared better. So what I did this time was I changed it up a little bit, and I chose not to come opening day. I chose to wait a few days, and that's what we did. So we are here, I believe, within their second weekend, maybe third weekend of their Food and Wine Festival. So this gave them time to settle in. This gave them time to, you know, bring in what they need. Also, it is spring break weekend for, I believe, Pasco. I don't know about Hillsborough, so it is kind of busy in this park today. And on top of all that, Flo Rida will be hitting the stage tonight in Gwazi Field for their Food and Wine concert series, which I am super excited for. It really is going to be going down for real, pun intended. Man, but I'm just excited. The food smells incredible. I mean, I've walked the park a little bit before I chose to get a lanyard and whatnot, and smells good. The atmosphere looks great. They have some Celtic dancers to help celebrate St. Patrick's Day. That's another thing. It is St. Patrick's Day weekend, so there's just so much going on today. So with all that being said, if you guys are ready to go on this fun-filled, food-filled, Flo Rida concert-filled journey, well, let's go. Alrighty, so like any good food festival that you come to, the smartest thing to do is to get yourself a food sampler lanyard, and that's exactly what we did. I did walk around for a minute to make sure food booths were going to be open and not sold out of things, and it smells delicious, so I'm glad I did it. I got the 10-item lanyard for $74. They do have a 15-item lanyard for $84, and for pass holders, which is kind of crazy, there's no discount, but you get some extra punches. You can get an 18 punch lanyard for $90. So this is kind of an like extremely high priced event, but if it's good, it won't matter. Overall, like I said, the stuff is smelling good. I kind of walked by some stuff and looked at it. I'm excited to try some food. No pass holder discounts on the lanyards though. So enough of the talking. Let's start getting into some of the food. Actually, before we get into any of the food, let's kind of walk through the Courtyard Gallery, which is this little area that is used for Hall of Scream for the house known as Witch of the Woods. Now, they really do this area nice, even for like Mardi Gras. So, I love all the paintings, and I believe they actually have the artists come in and paint these over in Festival Walkway, and then they put them on display. So, this is really, really cool. Oh, I like this one. It's probably my favorite right here. Oh, even this one is phenomenal. I love this. The Mercat. Yeah, I mean, the detail on these things are fantastic. I'm just going to say they all look fantastic because honestly they do. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Good. How are you?
Good.
Well, this is cool.
It's a great office to have.
Yeah.
Great place to be working.
Absolutely. This is cool. I like this.
Thank you. It's that bottom half of a giant bottle, so.
Oh, that okay. Wow, that's gonna be really cool.
Coming next week.
That's awesome. And it's all just like twigs and sticks?
Yeah.
That's
just,
crazy.
Welded steel frame.
Yeah.
So you have something strong to wrap around, and then just, you know, I got pine, oak, chinaberry, like.
That's so cool.
Ones.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So how tall will it be when it's finished?
16 feet, I believe.
Oh, it's gonna be huge.
Well, not counting the welded frame, today's the second day I've been wrapping. So I wrapped last Saturday. Today's my second day of wrapping.
That's cool.
I mean, I do art full time, but yeah, basically I'm gonna be here every Saturday for all of the festivals.
That's cool. Okay.
For the Food and Wine Festival. So
it's really
3 months,
cool.
basically.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see the finished thing. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna get a big part of it done tomorrow.
Okay.
And I mean, next Saturday we're bringing in the big copper.
Awesome.
And then I'm also gonna make some giant mushrooms and stuff to go out in this area. And
that's gonna be really cool.
Continue to evolve.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Food and Wine Festival. Yeah, I'm James.
Yes.
Yeah, and here's my Instagram and stuff like that.
Guys, make sure to give him a follow. There's his Instagram.
You can see some of the other sculptures. Got a lot of sculptures on there, paintings on there.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we walked through the courtyard and now it's time to try some food. So I thought what would be a better way to start off trying some food at Food and Wine than to start at the Italy booth. I can most definitely tell you whether or not it's good Italian food. So let's do it. Then we're gonna do the chicken marsala. Alrighty, so our first stop of the day will be the Italy booth. They have rotini, they have chicken marsala, and they have a deconstructed tiramisu. Probably out of all of this, I'm gonna do the chicken marsala. So everything's either $10 or $9, and they also have beers, hard seltzers, and it looks like they do have some different wines, maybe? I'm a terrible Italian, I can't read this. Alrighty, so we ended up getting the chicken marsala, which is chicken and mushrooms slowly cooked in marsala wine, garlic, onions, beef demi-glaze, and then on the side you get crispy polenta cake. It looks okay. I mean, it definitely looks like a festival type of dish. It smells fantastic though, so I really can't complain about that. It's hot, it's not cold, even though I had to walk to find a seat. I mean, the chicken doesn't look dry. Let's dive in. You know what? Wait. Are we about to start off with like an actual banger of a dish? Let's get a full mushroom in there. So fresh. I mean, holy cow. Yeah, that's really good. Let's get a piece of this polenta cake. It's got some of the marsala on it. That's pretty good too. It kind of tastes like a piece of cornbread. Like that's, if you've never had it before, that's what I can compare it to. It kind of tastes like a piece of cornbread. Honestly and wholeheartedly, I give this dish a solid 8 out of 10. I love it. It's fantastic. I would totally get this again. Now the only issue is like without the lanyard, this thing is $10. But I got 3 good pieces of chicken and a bunch of mushrooms and a bunch of sauce. It was well worth it. I'd say come and grab this. That's good. Alrighty, and for St. Patrick's Day weekend, Busch Gardens will be helping us celebrate by giving us a Celtic celebration. And there are show times at 1:30, 3, 4:30, and 6 today, right here at the Coke Pavilion. Now, normally when I'm filming these food videos, I try to rush and get all the food done so I can just do whatever afterwards, but today's gonna be different. Today we're gonna try a dish, kind of walk around and really gather and see what we want. And then we're gonna try it and just do the same thing. Sometimes I also try to get like multiple things at once. I'm just not doing that today. I'm gonna try to go with the flow because I also have to be here for that concert tonight. And that's just going to be a long night overall. So let's not kill ourselves. So right over here, just right outside of Festival Walkway, this little area used to be, from what I know, like a cupcake restaurant for a little bit, and then it was just storage. Now it is home to your Busch Gardens pass holder lounge called Busch Gardens Pass Member Landing, and I have yet to be inside because this is my first time back at the park and I don't remember how long, but it's super cool. And then they have this photo op right up here. Got some corks. Look at this. It's really cool. Alrighty, so I did some walking around. I filled my water bottle. Now it's time to get back to the food. I think I'm gonna try to find a sweet dish now. Normally I try to do 2 sweet, 2 savory, and I try to do one time, one another time, one just to keep it going, keep my palate fresh and not kind of trying to taste the same thing. But I really don't know. Today wasn't very planned like I normally have things planned out. Kind of just showed up and expected things to fall into place. So far, so good. All right, so I'm gonna skip out on Spain and I'm gonna skip out on France because I just am not seeing anything I want from either of those booths. So the only other booth that is over here was Italy, which I already tried. So we're gonna kind of walk up this way towards the Springs Tap Room, see what we can find. All right, so I came over to the United States booth to try and get a lobster roll, and they are out. You know, this is nothing new with Busch Gardens, but I thought it'd be different. I mean, I could get a crab cake, but I really wanted that lobster roll. Dang, maybe we'll come back. Alrighty, so I've made my way into the Festival Walkway area, and we have some booths to check out here. We have Canada, we have India, we have New Zealand. I believe maybe we have Colombia. So there are a few options in here. We're definitely going to try and grab something. Alrighty, so immediately after I stopped that last clip, I walked over to the India booth and saw butter chicken. So I think that is going to be what we get. I love butter chicken, so I really hope it really showcases what butter chicken is. So let's give it a try. $9.99, but we have our lanyard. Alrighty, so we ended up going to the India booth. We got the butter chicken, unfortunately, and I knew this was going to happen. Something that I really wanted to try and something I was really hoping I would love. They didn't have any of like the sauce to put on top of it. So everything looks really dry, but I'm hoping that the flavor kind of helps it. You know, we got our white rice, which does not look fully cooked or it's cold. And then we got the chicken, it looks good. You know, let's give it a try. Yeah, so the chicken itself, not dry, actually pretty tender. The sauce on it, whatever's on it, because it's pretty dry, it's really good. It has a nice kick to it. You can taste all the flavors. The rice, however, isn't fully cooked, and it's kind of like, you know when it sticks together, kind of like this, and it's cold. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. So overall, this dish, how I'm having it, I'd give it like a 5.5 out of 10. It's not terrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever had here. I've had some pretty bad things, but overall, it's pretty dry, and it lacks the butter chicken feel. Like when you go to an Indian restaurant, I've been to a few, this thing is smothered in the sauce, and this is just, I mean, it's dry. Nothing's even dripping. The guy did warn me at the stand that he didn't have any sauce, but at that point I still wanted to at least try it. So I can't be too harsh. They did tell me, but overall, how do you run out of sauce? I don't know. It's okay. You could skip out on it if you really don't like butter chicken. Maybe if you come, they'll have sauce for you. So it's one of those, you can try it, but I'm telling you, you don't have to type of deals. Okay, so I forget that food and wine isn't really about the desserts. Mainly about the foods that pair with wine. And since I don't really drink wine like that, it's gonna be very hard for me to find kind of dessert items. So I think we're just gonna get that deconstructed tiramisu from Italy again, just so I can have a savory. There was an empanada over at the Colombia booth. It was like a hazelnut one. we might try to get that as well. I don't know. There's just not many sweets. So let's go get that tiramisu. Alrighty, so I ended up getting the tiramisu. It looks really, really good actually. Funny enough, it has a really good smell to it. Also, since there wasn't another dessert that I really kind of wanted to try and quote unquote waste a punch on, I ended up also getting this blueberry moscato. So that'll be my second dessert for the night. But let's give this tiramisu a try. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. And it was filled a good amount, so I can't really complain. I give it a good like 7.5 out of 10. It's not terrible. The cookie's a little soft, or a little soggier than what I'm used to for like a tiramisu like crust per se. But overall, it's not bad at all. I like it. Okay, so I was enjoying my blueberry moscato a lot, and then my lip decided it was going to get caught in this break in the glass. Unfortunately, I didn't notice it till now, but it's because I was drinking from the opposite side. But there's even a break there as well. I know it's kind of hard to see. I know you can see that one, but that's pretty unsafe. I mean, don't you think you would have checked the glass before pouring it? I don't know. Really only big complaint today. Okay, so other than having the gigantic crack in my glass, the blueberry moscato was great. Had a really good blueberry taste. It wasn't like too sweet, but it wasn't too I guess hearty of a taste would be the correct saying. I don't know. I'm not a huge wine drinker, so I don't know how to judge wine very well, so don't take my judgment on that. It's pretty good though. I didn't end up finishing it when I saw the crack because I was scared to cut my tongue again, but that's just me being a child. Now that we've tried most of everything I wanted to try today, we're kind of just gonna sit and relax and chill until we can get on to Gwazi Field. And then we have the Flo Rida concert, which I believe I can get onto the field around 6 or 6:30. It's 5:10 right now, so really we just get to chill. It's a bit hot, but this breeze is kind of keeping me cool. But yeah, other than that, I've had a good time so far. It's a little busy. It's spring break. All the food that I had was good. There wasn't anything that I like really hated. The butter chicken was just okay. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. But yeah, so probably the next time you see me is going to be me heading onto the field, getting my seat for the show, and we're gonna jam out to some Flo Rida. Alrighty, so we have made it on to Gwazi Field, and people are just getting ready to come in for the Flo Rida concert. And it looks like we have 93.3 over here. We have Wild 94.1, and we have another radio station over here. I'm not too sure, 104.7, but they're over here. It looks like they're passing out some stuff, but I'm ready for this concert. It's gonna be exciting. So as I was walking in after filming the radio stations that were here and stuff, I was informed that I wouldn't be able to film or take pictures. I think she meant to say just on my camera. So I think I'm gonna have to film everything on my phone, which is okay because a lot of times I do just to get the better zoom. But we're sitting here, we have about 10 minutes until the concert starts, and luckily it's cooling down, but it's been so hot.
show you how to do it, and we start real slow. Yeah, what? Can you blow my whistle? Everybody hands up. Let's go. Everybody's here. Miami boys, you know what time it is. Give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go. Give me the green light. 1, 2, 'cause I'm ready to go.
Alrighty, Busch Gardens Food and Wine Festival 2025. Let me tell you, this is the first time in a long time where I truly enjoyed an event and have little to no negativity to talk about whatsoever. There are 3 things that I would like to talk about, but they really aren't that big of a concern in a sense. First and foremost, I will say that me getting that broken glass for my sample of wine was probably the biggest disappointment of the day. Now, could we say that it is some of my fault for not checking before leaving the stand? Absolutely. But employees are there to do their job, and their job is to take care of guests. That glass should have been inspected before wine got poured. But again, I should have checked it before starting to drink my drink. But as a guest, just a normal guest, not going and filming and doing what I'm doing, wouldn't just sit there and inspect the glass. They would grab it and they would start drinking it because that's what they're there to do. They're there to have fun, and they expect to be safely taken care of by Busch Gardens employees. That's that. I don't have much more to say about it other than I hope that they kind of look at this and take into account of what could possibly happen. Luckily, all I did was literally kind of slice my tongue on the front, but that was it. There could be more major problems to that. There could be pieces of plastic within the drink itself, so on and so forth. It's just like a little, hey, wake up type of thing. Don't have a lot to say about it. That's that. Number 2, Busch Gardens, you're always running out of things and you're always not having enough of something, which as a theme park during spring break on a Saturday, I expected. What I didn't expect was you to have buttered chicken at an India booth but not have the actual sauce with it. How do you have the chicken and the rice but not the sauce? That means you're not portioning properly, which is something you also need to teach your ambassadors, especially if they're new. All I have to say about that. Number 3 is communicating the rules of photography and videography during a concert, because people even looked at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. I was told that I was not able to film or take pictures of the concert. Obviously, you guys saw some of the concert, so that just wasn't true. A security guard came up to me and said that, by the way. I was in line and she had came up and she said, "Sir, I hope you know you can't film or take pictures." And I was like, okay. So I went up to a different security guard, double check. She didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, all right, cool. So then I went up to the actual sound guy. The sound guy that was working with Flo Rida, and he didn't know what I was talking about either. So I just put my camera away and decided to use my phone because, well, I wasn't told like an exact answer, and everybody else around me was doing exactly what I was doing. So if they were going to stop me, they had to stop everybody else. Communication is key when it comes to doing anything in life, and I feel like people have gotten away from that, or they think just because you're trying to communicate something, you want to fight. And that's just not it. It's called communicate so a fight doesn't happen, or so that misunderstandings don't happen and people get in trouble for things that they didn't really do wrong. That's all the negativity. Now, overall, I enjoyed Food and Wine so much. I mean, the minute I stepped into the festival area, I really felt it in the atmosphere this time. You could smell the food. You could see the happiness in people's eyes. Even the ambassadors themselves seem so happy, and I don't know if this is due to the fact that we got a new park president or if we got a new head of culinary. I don't know, but the atmosphere, amazing. The food was incredible. Literally, I only had one dish that I quote unquote didn't like, and it's not that I didn't like it, there just wasn't enough of the flavors there needed to create the dish. Also, entertainment was great, phenomenal. I'm glad they brought out these Celtic dancers to help celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It was just an overall better atmosphere for Busch Gardens, and I hope to see this with the coming events, especially Hollow Scream. You guys know me. Hollow Scream is the big one where everybody just hates my guts when I talk about it. They just aren't ready for my video to come out, or some of you are. Flo Rida did amazing. We love Flo Rida. We've seen him so many different times, and I will always continue to see him again and again. Now, I will be back out to try some more food, and that will be in the coming weeks. We got a concert for Soujia Boy and Paul Wall. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be a kid. I'm gonna, you know, crank that Soujia Boy or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the event. They're really stepping it up, even from Mardi Gras. So I'm really hoping this is a good path for Busch Gardens in its future, because I was super excited and I left happy. I actually left with a pretty full stomach, didn't have to go home and feel yucky or gross. So I was very happy with my visit. I was very happy with Food and Wine. And if you guys are headed to Busch Gardens, if you want to check out Food and Wine, make sure you're going to be there on a Food and Wine day. If you're there for a concert, maybe you can enjoy it. But yes, overall, had so much fun. Can't wait to go back, and I haven't said that in a while. But with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And like always, I'll see y'all in the next journey. Peace.